Yeah, hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to start with some basic fundamentals on routing and switching. And to start with, we will check. So this is a small topology which I have in front, and here we will go ahead and verify the details, the fundamentals of switching, and how to switch, learn the MAC address, and how we can figure out to which interface and the MAC address is connected of any device, and that thing will be easier for in case if we are going to perform any kind of troubleshooting related to layer 2 level or the switching level. Okay, so let's get started, and let me open the panel. Okay, so here we have this switch here, and we can see three PCs connected to it on three different ports: Ethernet port 0, 1, and 2. And these are three different MAC addresses of the switch of the PCs. Okay, and we will go ahead and see how these PCs MAC addresses can be learned on the switch, and after that means different modes on a switch, and different basic fundamentals on it. So here we have the switch. Okay, here the switch is. So going to start with here we will see a different modes which we are going to see on a switch, and so starting with a user or enable mode. Okay, and uh, to move into the so once the switch boots up, and once the switch boots up, we will see a user mode. Okay, it's called the user executive mode. Okay, and in this mode, we can run some basic show commands like show version. Okay, you can see different version software running on the switch, the model of the switch and all. Okay, and the iOS version running on the device, the uptime of the switch. Okay, to move into the next mode, which is called the enable mode. Okay, once we move into the enable mode, we can run some extra commands to the device, as in like the all show commands will work on that. As in like means if you want to run some captures on the switch, or if you want to run some debugs on the switch, we can go ahead and run on that. But in case if you want to make any changes in the configuration of the switch, then we have to go to the configuration mode. Okay, and to move into the configuration mode, we have to go to uh, we have to perform config to it. So this is the configuration mode where we can create a VLAN, uh, okay, as in like, okay, or we can move into the interface series 0 by 1, or interface Ethernet 0 by 1. Okay, move into the interface mode, assign an means so we can't assign IP, but so means any configuration changes, speed, we can change the duplex settings on the interface and all. Okay, so these details we can do it on the switch level. Okay, and to as I mentioned earlier in the earlier in this video, we with the diagram which we have. So diagram, we have three PCs. Okay, to figure out where these PCs are connected, so we have to run the command show MAC address. Okay, interface, or we can do show MAC address dynamic. Okay, when we perform dynamic, we don't see any MAC address here because the switch has not learned any MAC address as of now. Okay, for the switch to learn the MAC address, what we do is we will uh, do a ping, means uh, So basically the switch learn the MAC address based on the source interface. Okay, and once we do a ping, so the PC1 will send a request, will send a request to the PC, request for the PC4. So this is the IP address of PC3. I'm sorry. Okay, so send a request for the PC3. It will switch will pick the PC1 MAC address to its interface. Okay, and once the PC3 will send a request to switch, and switch will learn its MAC address to its incoming interface. Okay, so here I'm performing a ping test here. Okay, and so it is pinging. Now we will see. Okay, you can see here. So Ethernet 0 by 0, we have a MAC address of PC1. Okay, so PC1 send a request to switch. Switch will add its MAC address in the MAC address table, and once the this ARP basically it is called the address resolution request. So once this ARP request is sent to the PC3, okay, and once the PC3 will respond back to the switch will add its entry, its MAC address table entry on its MAC address table. That's why we can see these MAC addresses of the PCs here. Okay, and the other way to check it, show MAC address table. Okay, so we have these entry. So here we don't see the entry. Okay, so here we don't see an entry of PC2. So which is this 6803. We see an entry for 6802 and 4, but don't we don't see the entry for entry of the MAC address 6803. To check on that, okay, so 02 is there, 04 is there, but 03 is not there. Okay, so what we will do is from PC1 we'll ping to PC2. So its IP address is 1.2. Okay, when we go ahead and ping it, okay, now we will see its MAC address entry on the switch. Okay, you can see 2, 3, and 4, all three MAC address entries are there on that. Okay, so this command is very useful, okay, to figure out which device is connected to which interface on the switch. So either we can use this command, or you can use the show MAC address table. This command, show MAC address interface, also Ethernet 0 by 2. This command, so this command basically will help us to identify to which to means what MAC address is connected to which interface. So if you want to check it on Ethernet 0 by 2 interface, so we will come to know that this is the MAC address, this is the device MAC address which is connected to this interface. Okay, so if you want to check for uh, if we want to check for the interface 1, want to know which PC is connected to it, what is the MAC address of it, whether the PC is up and running. Okay, we'll check it on. Will this run? Will run the command and for this interface 1, and so that we came to know this is the MAC address we are getting. Okay, so other useful command is ARP. So that will not work here because this is a layer 2 device. It's a layer 2 switch. Okay, and so so proceeding further on that, the other useful commands which are necessary for both switch and router are running configuration. So show running configuration will tell us the running configuration which is on the device. Okay, and so here we can see all the configuration on the switch level. Okay, uh, we can copy the configuration from the uh, RAM to NVRAM. So RAM is the configuration where we have the running configuration, and NVRAM is where we have the configuration for the startup configuration. Okay, let me show you that. So you have to keep. So we have the RAM, and then we have NV RAM. So this RAM has running configuration, and this one have startup configuration. Okay, so keep this one in mind. Okay, because the running configuration will go ahead and erase once we'll reload the switch. Okay, but the startup configuration will remain in the device even if there is any kind of power outage, the router or the switch got reload. So the configuration will remain there, hence it got saved. Okay, and if we are making any kind of changes on the device, okay, as in such we are making any configuration changes, and we want those changes to be implemented on the device itself. In that scenario, what we have to do is we have to save the configuration. Okay, and to save the configuration, what we have to do is we have to run this command, copy running configuration to startup configuration. This is one of the command. Okay, so it will mention the file, and this file is this startup configuration. Or the other way is write memory. Okay, it will do the same process. Okay, it will also save the configuration. So other basic things are to check the clock on the switch, show clock. Again, that is the clock, and we can change that also. Okay, so we can do clock. Okay, and set. So clock set should be in this format, hours, minutes, and seconds. So we can do that also, and as in like it's 15 hours 22 minutes 31 seconds. Okay, and then after we need to mention the date and time. So it's 28th day, so it's a day of the month, so day of the month is 28th. Then month of the year is September. Okay, and the year of it's 2024. Okay, so once we do a show clock again, so it will tell us the same format in UTC. Okay, UTC, and we have the date set, that is for today, Saturday. Okay, so these things we can do. So these process of syncing the clock can be done through the NTP. Okay, and that is a protocol basically which is used to sync up the time with the device. For that we should have a connectivity with the NTP server. Okay, so those details I'll go ahead and mention later on in the videos. Okay, and the other important things which we need to make sure you should be aware of that. So we can filter out. So they within the commands we have other options to filter out things like show version iOS. Okay, it will mention it. Let us know. So instead of running the complete command and try to figure out the needs of the iOS, which iOS is there, and all the details, so we can filter out through this option. Okay, or any other way of doing that also we can do for the MAC address also. Show MAC address table. and as we know the MAC address is 1.2. Okay, so uh, the MAC entry is it's gone because the PC is not working as of now. Okay, it's remain idle. Again, that's why the MAC address entry is gone. So we can do the timers also. We can set the timers so that it can keep the entry uh, for it for some particular time also. Okay, those things we can do. And so as you can see, it's pinging to this one, and uh, we can filter out the MAC address with the 1.2. Okay, so here we can do show MAC address table filter with 0 to 2. I'm sorry, switch dot 6802. Okay, so it's got filtered. So these filter option can be useful in case we have bunch of devices. We have 24 port switch, 48 port switch, and we have multiple devices connected to it. And we need to figure out any particular MAC address or need to troubleshoot, and customer is saying we want to verify this particular device and it is connected to this device, and even if we are not aware of interface to which the customer device is connected, and customer can provide us the MAC address. In those scenarios we can use these commands and filter these commands, filter the MAC address and figure out to this particular interface the required MAC address is connected, and accordingly we can troubleshoot, perform an app, get an IP address, try to reach the device. Okay, and see if any kind of blockage is there, any kind of access list is created or anything. So these are some basic things related to layer 2 level. Okay, in my next videos we'll proceed further on the other part. We will learn some stuff, some basic stuff, starting with the basic stuff, then moving into the um, expert level, and we'll try to learn the networking part. Okay, or the networking. Okay, thank you for watching this video. In case if you have any queries, or in case if you want to more uh, means you want to learn more into some other stuff on that, please let me know in the comment box. Okay, I'll be happy to assist you further. Thank you for watching this video. Cheers, peace.